So many of you hit me up every single day asking me to check your deals, asking me if you should go for it. And the interesting thing is, a lot of you assume that sourcing the deal is the hard part. But you know what the real hard part is? The hard part is when you get the keys. Because once you've signed the deal and the clock's ticking and you are guaranteeing the rent and you've got to do the refurb, set up the system, set up the property, get tenants or clients if you're running SA, that is when it gets real. Because once you're guaranteeing rent, you could be losing money if you don't know what you're doing. I'm just going to say that again. Right now, if you're sat there with no deal and you've got 8 grand in the bank, you ain't got no deal, but you ain't got no liabilities. As soon as you sign and get the keys, the rent starts coming out, then you are actually in a position of risk. Now, I don't say that to scare you. I say that to give you an insight as to the realities of what you're going to need to do. And there is a massive mental blocker where a lot of people get scared when it counts. And on the Rent to 100K program, that is what I spend most of my time doing, analyzing people's deals, giving them guidance and giving them the confidence to move forward. So how do you know if you should do the deal? Well, there's a few different parts. Part number 1, the figures have got to stack. That means you need to break even at 50% on SA. You need to be able to have in between 1 and 2 rooms empty if it's a HMO. And you need all your initial investment out within 6 months. But there's times when you know the figures work, okay? And you still are unsure as to move forward. So now we've sorted out the property. The second thing is the landlord. I've said this once, I'll say it again. It's okay having a great property with the figures working, but if you've got the wrong landlord, your rent-to-rent deal could be so much headache. So you need to make sure that you've got the right kind of landlord or agent that generally want to back off and let you handle their property, because if not, that could cause big issues later on. And you know what the third and final part is? It's your gut. It's you. Are you willing to put the work in to make this work? Because I can tell you now from experience, when I've put the work in, I can make most deals work. All right, as long as I'm willing to put the work in. And the other thing is, if my mindset's right, not to do some like hippie stuff, but I'm big on the law of attraction and positive energy. And if I feel like something's gonna work, it's probably gonna work. If you feel like something won't work, then the doubt creeps in, and then before you know it, you are losing money. So I hope you found this useful. If you are there close to a deal, right, and it feels good, the figures work, the landlord's good, go for it. But just one word of advice. When you get the keys, that's when the real work starts. And a lot of the time I spend helping people is on cash flowing the property so you get the money, and then systemizing it so you get the time. All right. So if you need any help on that, check out the links below. There's loads of content. Book a call. I'd love to have a chat with you. And I'll see you in the next one.